When the little seal was eating a fish, his dad saw him and suddenly got an idea, saying there was a flying saucer in the sky. The little seal looked up and saw nothing, and when he looked back, he found an extra fish in his dad's mouth while the fish he had caught was gone. The little seal immediately got upset and started crying, so the dad had no choice but to give the fish back. And only then did the little seal calm down. The dad had no choice but to go back to sleep. Unexpectedly, the fish suddenly escaped, and the little seal immediately chased after it, not realizing he had entered a polar bear's territory. Just as the little seal was about to eat the fish, a polar bear had already come up behind him. When the little seal turned around, he saw it was just a cub that hadn't even been weaned yet, so he kicked the polar bear awake. The polar bear decided to teach the little seal a lesson and, taking advantage of the moment when the little seal wasn't paying attention, rolled himself into a snowball and slammed into him. The little seal was terrified and couldn't outrun the rolling polar bear. Seeing how fierce the other looked, the little seal gave up resisting. Unexpectedly, the polar bear was just tickling him, and the little seal tickled him back with his feet. Neither of the two little guys would give in, and they accidentally hugged each other and rolled all the way down the slope, falling into freezing cold ice water. The little seal tried to swim ashore, but the polar bear held onto him tightly, leaving him no choice but to force himself free. However, the polar bear couldn't swim. The little seal hesitated for a moment, then turned back to save him. The polar bear passed out. At that moment, a big fish happened to swim by, and even after using all his strength, the little seal couldn't break free and was instead swept away by the current. When he woke up, he was already back on shore, with the polar bear's paw resting on his head. The little seal kicked the polar bear away and looked around, realizing this was a completely unfamiliar island. In the strange environment, the polar bear was so scared that he could only stick close to the little seal, but the little seal found him extremely annoying. Just then, a roar came from the mountain across from them. Could it be one of his own kind? The little seal immediately climbed toward the mountaintop, with the polar bear following behind. When they reached the top, they discovered a group of walruses in various colors living there, and they clearly didn't look easy to mess with. The little seal was about to retreat when the polar bear behind him launched a sneak attack. Just like that, the two little guys rolled all the way down the snowy mountain and crashed straight into a walrus that was fast asleep.